right, good morning. Good morning. Coach Micheal Burt, how we doing this morning? Monday. Thank God it's Monday. Thank God we got another day. How's everybody doing today? Coach Micheal Burt. Try my best almost every day to bring you some value, some coaching. Putting together my Rehydrate here and my Spark because I don't drink coffee. This is the closest thing I got to it. But I want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you join us, say good morning to us. Ryan Hall, good morning. I was up early this morning getting the family off to Florida. They're headed on down for the couples retreat. And I'm getting ready to go into battle, which is what we're going to talk about this morning. John Hart, good morning. What I'm talking about this morning is how do you go into battle every day? And I'm going to set some vitamins. Okay. Freddie Blanton, what I'm going to talk about this morning, man, is how do you go into battle every single day? Let me grab this real quick. How do you go into battle every single day? See, this is hard for people. What's hard for people is, Tiffany, is consistency. And, I was doing something yesterday or the day before. Oh, yeah, it was Craig Siegel and David Meltzer, and I was on their Saturday morning thing. And we got into the book Flip the Switch, like what's the value of Flip the Switch? And I said, man, the biggest value of the book Flip the Switch is it teaches a person how to activate a drive inside of them every day, even when they don't feel like it. See, I woke up this morning. I didn't get in bed last night. I was watching a documentary. I watched two documentaries yesterday, one on Whitney Houston and one on Shania Twain. And so I stayed up late watching this documentary. This morning I had to get up at 5 to get the kids and everybody to the airport so they can get down to Florida for the couples retreat. And let me tell you something. When you get up, sometimes you're like, man, I just don't feel like doing this. Okay, Kyle James, it's like, I don't feel like prospecting. I don't feel like following up. And if you've been doing something like me for 31 years, you're like, man, surely to goodness there's got to be a better way to do this than this. And so what your brain tries to do is your brain will tell you, man, just take it easy. Don't create any action today. Don't follow up. What your brain, Sue O'Connor, will do is your brain will start telling you all of these things, and it'll start leading you down this path. And then your feelings will get involved. Jason Robinson, it's like, man, I don't feel like doing it. So the question becomes, how do you activate that drive to go into battle every single day? One thing, there's either something you want or there's something you don't want. Okay, after all the research, all the writing the books, all of teaching it, there's either something you want over here or there's something you don't want. You may not want to go back to where you used to be. You may not want to lose things. See, I practice the term called mental subtraction, Julie Sammons. And mental subtraction is where I take something that I really love and I pretend that I have to give it up because I didn't do what I needed to win. Right? It could be a lot of things. It could be that private jet I'm flying down to Florida on Friday. It could be the lodge. See, I want another lodge to do retreats at. We're looking at ones in the mountains, Mike Russo. I want to be able to fly private everywhere, Mike Russo. I want to be able to generate enough passive income that's greater than my living expenses. Those are wants, right? They're not needs. Let's be very clear here. They're not needs. But the want, and I don't want to go backward. I want to keep moving forward toward a goal. So I watch these documentaries to re-inspire and recommit me and reactivate me. But at the end of the day, nothing happens until I go into battle. Nothing happens until I take an action. Nothing happens until I pick up the phone. Nothing happens until I follow up with somebody. Nothing happens until I present an idea to somebody. Nothing happens until something happens. And so the way I do it is I get up in the morning, I go, okay, man, time to activate that prey drive. What do I need to do to activate that drive to go into battle today? What do I want? So I did my goals yesterday. What do I want? I want this, I want this, I want this. How do I activate that drive? I do something for the body. So I'm about to get in that swimming pool right there. If you can see, that's heated. Thank goodness, because it's cold here in Tennessee. See that pool out there? See that steam coming off that pool? I'm going to get in that swimming pool right there and swim. It's going to activate the body. It's going to get me going. Okay, it may take a bike ride. It's going to get me going. I'm going to listen to something on faith. It's going to activate my spirit. I'm going to listen to something on business. And then by 9 a.m. when I meet with my team, my pray drive is going to be activated. Body, mind, heart, spirit. So you may have woken up, deactivated. Then you get real clear and say, I want to get activated. How do I get activated? I get into movement. I get into motion. I get into action. And I go into battle every day because there's something I want. And there's something I don't want. And those two things have got to be greater. Pay real close attention. Good morning, Shelby. These two things got to be greater than your feelings. What you want, what you don't want, it's got to be greater than your feelings. Now, my book, Flip the Switch, I'm about to release. You're probably getting emails on it this morning. I'm doing Activate. It's completely free on May 10th from my lodge. It does cost to be in the room with me, but you can get in the room completely free for a full day of me reactivating your pray drive. And the Lord knows everybody could use that. Okay? Everybody could use the tools I write about in the book, Flip the Switch, which is why it's one of my most important books that I've ever written. Okay? So, hope you're doing great. It's Monday. It's time to go into battle. It's could be embarrassment that activates your drive. Could be fear that activates your drive. Could be competition that activates it. Could be exposure. Could be environment. But we've got to have something. We got to have something to go into battle every day. Right, Tish Hudson? We got to have something. Tell your husband I said hello, Tish. We got to have something to go into battle every day. Something you want and something you don't want. Okay? Here we go. Let's roll. Before I get started, there is one very important question I have to ask you.
Coach Micheal Burt, Monster Producer Academy CEO. He's a personal friend of mine.
What good is it to have knowledge with no desire? What good is it to have desire with no skill? What good is it to have knowledge and skill with no confidence? A big part of activating your pray drive is finding and refining your talent. This is something that helps you get to the next place. People are made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit. You need to know you, and then you need to have an awareness, and sometimes you don't even know what you need. So all 4 parts of our nature have to be clicking. Your hard skill solves my problem. The bigger the problem, the more money people will pay to solve it. Everything is valuable to your future. What I'm really paying you for is your past. A monster producer combines multiple skills to dominate a market. When you get to wake up every day and do what you love doing, man, it is hard not to be motivated. They think at a higher ordinance than everybody else. They want to create new things. I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion. You got to learn how to connect to another person at such a deep level that it moves them. You have goals, you have targets, but you don't have a sense of urgency. They're going to exchange money, energy. They're going to raise capital. They're going to start new businesses. There's going to be joint ventures. I think your purpose finds you. It is activated. The word activate means to initiate. Discipline, which is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Do you believe in your future, yes or no? When we know better, we do better. Finding the problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve, and you don't know what problem you really solve for whom, then there is no big financial exchange right there. You should leave here thinking bigger today than when you came. And I want to shake your hand and look you in the eyeball when you make this decision. Thank you. We'll see you in the back. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.